found her and called the number on her tags. So then they called me. I was like, did they find her? He was like, yep. She was like 2 blocks over, but she had ran. And I wasn't home. My oldest went to go look for her. And couldn't find her nowhere. So she had the sheriff looking for her. And a lady had found her, so she had her at her house. So I was like, cool. Like, yep. No more in the living room.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Finally. Okay. It makes whenever I'm signing into YouTube and everything like that, it makes everything choppy. I can't really hear anything.
Oh, okay.
It's like, God damn it.
Halo got a TV show coming out.
Yep.
It's gonna be on Paramount. We got Joaquin Woodbine. I'm like, I might have to check this out. It's on Paramount. Starting March 24th.
I was like, it was only a matter of time before they started.
Yeah. Halo should have been had a show. I remember when that shit first came out. Wow, I was up all night. I think everybody was.
Facts, bro.
That was about the best game ever when it came out.
That shit, like, damn near revolutionized first-person shooters.
Mm-hmm.
It used to piss me off that it was only on Xbox too, because I'm a PlayStation guy.
Yeah, see, I'm an Xbox, so I was like, yeah. The thing I hated was the one thing with the one game always on PlayStation I always wanted to play was MLB The Show. Because it was only
yeah, that one.
Then it came out for Xbox, and that shit is weak as hell. It's not even the same. Yeah, I was like,
it's not exclusive. We don't have to make it as good.
Right.
Since if it was an exclusive, oh yeah, all PlayStation users gotta be like, haha, we got the best baseball game.
Mm-hmm. Because it was the only one, really. That was the only baseball game out. The only true baseball game that was out.
They used to have MVP baseball.
True, yeah. I was always an MLB though. MLB The Show.
Yeah, well, that one they had 2K.
Did they have 2K baseball?
2K, yeah, they had 2K baseball for a little bit. God, dude, there were so many different home run derby games and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
That was always a big thing. God damn it, Kay. Hanging out with us on YouTube. Yes, running a little late on the show. Got to make sure our near 7-foot friend is joining in on time. But I mean, either way, there is a lot to fucking talk about.
We probably can't even get it all in one fucking show so much. Might have to run it again on Wednesday.
We're gonna try. We're gonna try and do it. I feel like we can if we stay the course and don't go off on our little adventures like we always seem to fucking do. We might have a shot at doing it. Oh. As long as we do it the way we should be doing it, we should be okay. But I mean, we can get it started now, and then Kay joins up. When he joins up, we can get the 10 bell. So you have that as a
it's already ready to go.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Started off in 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, if you thought Tom Brady was done, think again. that nightmare isn't over with yet. NFL free agency has become crazier than we absolutely could have ever expected. KD has a very interesting take on the Michael Jordan and LeBron conversation. And speaking of LeBron, the only player to hit 30,000, 10,000, and 10,000 throughout their career. So, yeah, a shit ton of stuff to talk about today. Welcome, everybody. All Pro JAFFOs, Pernada Bros Productions podcast. Highly elevated sports talk for the highly elevated sports fan. I am your host, JP. Alongside me, as always, the best DJ in the entire world, Mr. DJ Max.
What's up? What up?
And joining us casually and fashionably late as always, the 6'10 beast from the Southeast, Mr. Country K.
Hey, look, two things. Firstly, I was finna come in here playing fucking Lewis Belt fucking character, Sonny Bo, go, go, go. I was about to play that shit. He is not signed to nobody, so we have legal, like it's like underground music. So I can play it and we won't get flagged. Firstly, that's first. The shit is a fucking vibe. It's like a pregame song for everybody in the Bay, but I'm a transplant, so I fuck with this shit very tough. You know what I'm saying? The Bay shit is affecting my life. And secondly, the fastest player always come in last.
Yep, at this point. But ladies and gentlemen, before we really
I don't know if he the fastest. I want to take a challenge. I'll take that challenge.
Maybe.
See, I'm gonna tell you the same
thing. You ain't gonna do me like little Damien.
Hey. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna still be saying the same shit.
No.
And to be honest, I ain't do nothing. I ain't stretch. I ain't do shit. When an adult, I'm stretching. When an adult, I'm stretching. I'm giving full effort, maximum effort. I try to keep his life together so he ain't be like, fuck football, fuck training. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna destroy him, but I gotta let him know, like, hey, this is the difference. You know.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's becoming too much of a pattern now to where we start off the show with giving prayers and condolences. But again, for another show, it's kind of a two for today. We've got news earlier today. Former San Jose State Spartan running back in 2019 season led the team in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. In your senior season, became a San Jose PD police officer, 24 years old, and he just suddenly passed away. Not a lot of news has come out on the information that I showed you guys before. That was actually something, completely different and all speculation. The actual news that came out is they don't have really anything from the coroner's office or anything else like that yet, so they don't have a cause of death publicly. But either way, that wouldn't be information for us to really break anyway. That's all up to the family. We want to at least give them their respects in that case. But Dejon Packer, obviously gone way too soon. It has affected the San Jose State community pretty hard. Seeing it all over social media and everything on Twitter. San Jose State football, their and all of their social media accounts and everything else like that are filled with stories that a lot of people had with Dejon. He was a Gunderson High School product. He went to San Jose City College for a bit. That me and Kay's alma mater there, and ended up at San Jose State, where again in 2019 he led the team in rushing and rushing touchdowns, and on top of that, to cap it off, 2 game-winning touchdowns against Arkansas and Fresno State in the Valley game. He obviously meant a lot to the community, so our prayers and condolences go out to the Packer family and to all his loved ones and friends as well who knew him well. And then after that, we find out a legend in the professional wrestling industry was also taken off life support and finally ended up passing away. Scott Hall, formerly known as Razor Ramon in the WWE, is one of the main players during that time where it was WWE and WCW during the Monday Night Wars and all that drama that took place in the late 90s, early 2000s. It just, when we got that news, especially when you hear it from the former NWO people, you got Triple H and Kevin Nash and everything that they're going through and stuff like that, just to be at least know that Scott Hall, I mean, regardless of the demons and stuff that he was dealing with, he was doing a lot to better himself later on in his lifetime. And basically, at least good to know that he was with family when he passed on. So yeah, two greats in their own perspective communities and levels of profession and everything else like that, and gone way too soon to John Packard. And you hate to see it and stuff like that with legends, and especially people that you grew up watching, guys like that, and Scott Hall and back in the wrestling days and stuff. So rest in peace to both John Packard. Rest in peace to Scott Hall. And Mad Sticks, if you can do the 10 bell salute for us, my friend, that would be great. Hopefully we don't have to do that as often as damn near every show, because again, that's happening way too often now that we're announcing the passing of somebody on this show, whether directly to us or direct impact on the community, something like that. You know, it's just again, hopefully we don't have to do that very often, but again, it's on with the show and we got to get right freaking into it. Tom Brady's back. Was there ever any doubt?
Hold on, whoa.
Was there ever any doubt that this man wasn't going to pull a fucking Brett Favre and just, but no, not even Brett Favre. He went Jordan Belfort straight out of the Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking going nowhere. I'm staying in here. And we are doing this thing, and he's, you know, fully expecting doing it with in a Bucks uniform next year. Pretty sure nobody's expecting a trade, you know, nothing else like that. But yeah, apparently, Tom Brady. We see the meme. Tom Brady said, "Fuck them kids." All this talk, I need to be with my family. I need to be a father. He spent a couple months with his kids, but damn. Some badass kids here. I'd rather be out on the field getting torched by 300-pound defensive linemen.
A lot of these trades has something to do with it. These quarterbacks moving around.
Oof. Oh,
yeah.
It's been. I mean, the timing of it. If he would have done it later, like after the draft and everything else like that, we might be looking at a different scenario where he could get traded to somewhere else. But since it's this early, I mean, it's kind of already. I mean, Mike Evans, I know, is doing backflips at his place right now, going, "Thank God, no Blaine Gabbert. I don't got to deal with a whole new rebuild quarterback."
Blaine Gabbert is a free agent. The only roster quarterback that we have is Kyle Trask.
Well, I don't have to deal with that. I can do one more year with the GOAT. I can be sure that I'm going to have another 1,000-yard season this year.
He's gonna have a 1,000-yard season regardless. First off, you gotta get this hate out your heart. You got to, like, some things you gotta understand. Like, one thing is for certain: the NFC ain't shit.
Comparatively to what the AFC has, I agree, and we'll get into that later because that even got boosted even fucking more.
Ain't no comparative. I ain't comparing. The NFC just ain't shit. Just look at it. It ain't shit. We finna go ahead.
It's just
go ahead real quick. Get him another.
I think Tom Brady actually kind of looked at it and went, "Giselle, come on, just one more year, please. Just one more year, please. Nah. Come on, I can't deal with Jack and all these other kids. I can't deal with them right now. I can't deal."
That's not what happened at all. I heard a good take on it. I don't know who said it, but there was like his kids, like they older now, so they got stuff they doing. You know what I'm saying? Like they all got things that they into. So, I mean, that's probably why he won that home. They just doing stuff that they, you know what I mean? Just doing stuff. You know what I mean?
I mean, how tough? Think about that for somebody who, he had an MVP caliber seat. Let's be honest. Fucking Aaron Rodgers did not deserve the MVP over Tom Brady this year.
Thank you.
At all. That's just if you were actually watching the game of football, you would understand that there's no fucking way in hell that Tom Brady should not have been the MVP last year. But again, that last year, it is whatever. You know, it is what it is. But he's back. The NFC South is all of a sudden shaking in their boots again. They all thought they were free and they can start working on taking over the division. And that just Tom Brady said, nah, fuck that. It was basically, you know, Scott Hall or something. It was basically a WWE moment where, you know, everyone was fighting for the division, and then fucking by God, it's Tom Brady's music. He's walking out. He ain't done retired yet. Starts giving everybody Stone Cold Stunners on his way to the fucking Super Bowl again. Because that has been. I saw it today. That has been literally what has happened to Tom Brady. He has gone to the Super Bowl. The next year after that, he would lose a playoff game. Next year, Super Bowl. After that, lose a playoff game. Next year, Super Bowl. After that, lose a playoff game. Last year, lost a playoff game. That could only mean
lose another playoff game this year. That's what that means. Don't even be putting that up in the air. Like you said, the NFC is whack. So we're going to go ahead and include the South, too.
I mean, as a whole, we got to be included with y'all, too. Y'all the East. Y'all the East. Like, y'all really sorry. Y'all as the show. So.
I agree.
But I seriously think Tom looked at it and like, do my legacy want to be matched up with Big Ben? Like, when it comes down to when it's time to be retired, like, do I want to be in the same class as Ben Roethlisberger? Like,
I feel kind of bad for the NCAA though. He came out of retirement during Selection Sunday. Like, that's fucked up. They were looking at it going, damn, this couldn't wait till the morning. We're after this.
No.
Like, holy shit. Just completely took over the news cycle.
Let's go. And he said in Tampa, that was the most beautiful part. So now all of this rumor
unfinished
of him going to the Niners, get it out the door. I
forgot who said it. He's like, you got 7 championships and all these accolades and stuff. What the fuck do you mean unfinished business? Like, what do you mean? It's like, I mean, but Tom Brady is that guy.
He said he wanted 10.
He's never satisfied.
He won 10 championships and he want to play till he's 50. He won 10 of them things. That's unfinished. You got 7. You got 3 more to go. 3 more. As long as they're in Tampa, I'm cool.
As long as they're in Tampa and not anywhere else.
Not anywhere else. Stay in Tampa. Go ahead and get this nice weather, this warm weather.
But then it leads to the question now, there is a possibility where we actually start seeing Tom Brady as immortal. We see in like the decline. Are we gonna we'll never see a decline. He'll just always be.
You'll see it. You'll see it, but it's more the fact that they'll start build.
That's the question: is when.
Around that, so it won't matter. I mean, let's enjoy what we got.
I mean, people were comparing it. Oh, this is just like Brett Favre. I'm like, well, thing is, Brett Favre went to another team. And Brady's staying, well, at least as long as we know now, he's staying where he's at there in Tampa. I mean, so.
Why would he leave? Why would he leave?
I mean, he's still got a good situation there in Tampa. I agree with you. There's no reason why he should leave. You know, to be honest with you. So
like these folks, like, I don't think people understand like right now how people don't if you're not from California, Texas, or Florida, you don't understand the impactfulness of football. I say more Texas and Florida. I get California some love because it is pretty big out here, but realistically, the way football is helmed in Florida and in Texas, bruh, I don't know. I don't think people understand. And then professionally, you winning, that's high school sports or even collegiate sports. You're winning in professional sports. Like, come on, man. What you think is going on? Like, them people is like, whatever you want, Tom. Whatever you want. Giselle, whatever you want. Kids, the Brady children, Brady bunch.
The Brady bunch. And do it. Just do it. I mean, hey, another year of Tom Brady. Why not? We've been used to it all these years already. Might as well have a fucking another one. 23 years, man. I think he's... never mind. I'm not even going to start to predict what the hell Tom Brady's going to be doing in his career because nobody really knows. Only Tom Brady knows. Yeah, so... And I saw the thing, I guess the guy who supposedly bought the last touchdown ball for Tom Brady, he bought it for over $500,000.
Yeah.
And then right after he did that, Brady unretired. So that ball is like essentially kind of worth nothing at this point.
Null and void, but he got shit. It's still going to be worth something.
Yeah, I guess.
They're going to say first retirement ball.
I was going to say, yeah, first retirement ball.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like 2 months before he came back. It's not like things were really going on to be able to get an itch for it. It's just
who wouldn't get an itch? I was over here need chamomile lotion. What you talking about?
Yep.
For sure.
So the GOAT is back.
Yes,
we'll see what he ends up doing there with Tampa. Before we move on into the insane day that was the NFL free agency. You guys already know this episode brought to you by Raise Energy. You see the flag in the background. Demand more. Repsports.com, REPP sports.com. Use the promo code AlphaRaise to get 15% off of your order. The prickly pear is in. Just got my shaker and everything else. Like, I got a whole bunch of shit. I got shorts on. I got the shirt. There's gear. There's everything that you possibly think of when you go get that Raise Energy at repsports.com. So once again, repsports.com, Alpha Raise for 15% off. Demand more. Join the Raise Rebellion. Appreciate Raise for being with us since day one. Once again, the NFL free agency has been nothing short but fucking ridiculous. I mean, to start off, I guess the Chargers went and got Khalil Mack for comparative to what Chicago had to trade for him from the Raiders was essentially like a bag of balls. And then go and sign J.C. Jackson, who's probably one of the more sought after DBs in this free agency, to a 5-year, $82.5 million deal, $40 million of that guaranteed. J.C. Jackson, that was one of the guys I wanted on the team, but Chargers bolstering up the defense because they still got Justin Herbert in the rookie contract, and if they can get a Super Bowl while that goes down, all the more to them. So they're going to be stacking. And Jaguars are overpaying everybody, just destroying the markets. They signed Christian Kirk for former Arizona Cardinal. How many? What did fucking sign him for? Let me see this absolute nonsense that I saw. Like, let me see. While I look for that, what was one of the things? Well, Lawrence is still on the Cowboys.
Yeah, Lawrence said
he re-signed.
The $3 million guaranteed. I think like 30. I was just looking at it.
Congratulations.
30 million, $40 million deal that includes 30 million guaranteed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Playing for $10 million in the incentive. That's what's
up. Yeah. So we got rid of Cooper, and then the fucking Browns got rid of Landry.
I was gonna say y'all traded him to the Browns. I'm like, damn.
And the Browns got rid of Landry today.
Yep, they got rid of him. He's eyeing going to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Fuck. Jack, I'm trying to figure out Christian Kirk.
You better stop bullshitting and come on to Tampa. Come play that slot in Tampa.
Yeah, they gave the Jaguars. They gave Christian Kirk a 4-year deal worth up to $84 million. This is for a wide out 2. He's not even a wide receiver 1. And he's here making more money than Devontae Adams, who just got tagged. Devontae Adams is sitting back going, are you fucking kidding me? Christian Kirk is making more money than I am right now. Number 3 wide receiver making the most money, Christian Kirk, Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, but they just gave Aaron Rodgers $50 million, bro.
I mean,
so it's more the fact of the effect on the team. I think people look at it the wrong way. It's like they'll pay Christian Kirk $84 million because they feel like he'll fit with Trevor Lawrence, and they'll be good together. You know what I'm saying? Like because he did well with Kyler Murray, little ass. He was playing with a hobbit in comparison to fucking 6'6" Trevor Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It might be a completely different situation.
They signed Zay Jones to a 3-year deal worth up to $30 million, essentially $10 million a year for Zay Jones. They got Evan Ingram on a 1-year deal for $9 million. I mean, I get they're trying to build around, but don't you think it's overpaying just a little bit? I mean, for Christian Kirk especially, my God. Is Christian Kirk worth? They also got Brandon Sheriff, the top offensive lineman from the Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
That shit gonna sound so stupid being commentated this week. This year.
Bad.
The Commanders with the touchdown.
Oh, the Commanders? Yeah. Carson Wentz is also traded to the Commanders. That's going to be fucking hilarious.
You just better hope they'll say Commanders win matches. That's it. Just make sure they don't say Commanders win on your team.
The Commanders beat the Cowboys today.
Hell no.
But yeah, to answer your question, with the same statement I said before, because you asked, is Christian Kirk worth that? Yes. Look at his production with little ass Kyler Murray and the potential that he'll have with 6'6" Trevor Lawrence.
Deep ball, guys. So now the Jaguars essentially they have Christian Kirk, they have Zay Jones, they have Marvin Jones Jr., Brandon Ingram, and they didn't re-sign Chart. They re-signed I think it's Chenault, last name. So that's their whole offensive core plus Etienne and Robinson as their running backs.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? That's a solid stable for a young team.
You got to realize that fucking what's the name? You don't have to pay somebody big money to come over there and play for them in the first place. Because it's the fucking.
With these free agency pickups for the Jaguars, that obviously means you know where they're going when it comes to the draft. it's obviously going to be offensive linemen. They're going to with this draft as stacked as it is. Their first 2 or 3 picks, I would not be surprised if all of them are offensive linemen. Maybe a DB, but for the most part, their first pick overall, I'm telling you, if it's not Evan Neal, they're wrong.
I hope the Bucks get one of the O-linemen. I ain't going to even lie to you. We need
Any one of them would be fine. I'm just saying Evan Neal himself, like that. If he doesn't go number 1, then the Jaguars don't give a shit about Trevor Lawrence. Like, honestly. I think it's at a point in time right now with the Jaguars. They need to stop fucking around. If they want to start winning, they need to start making the right decisions. And Evan Neal is the safest pick at the number 1 overall spot.
They might find the Tristan Wirfs, bro. Tristan Wirfs
Evan Neal is that kind of guy. Evan Neal is that one who's going to produce day 1.
No, what I'm saying is when Tristan Wirfs came out, they said he was the most athletic old lineman, but they didn't say he was the best. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, Evan Neal, you're talking about a physical freak and athletic.
Yeah. Hey, look.
I'm just saying.
He might be the best. He might be the best, but they could find a Tristan Wirfs if they don't draft him. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm just saying if they don't get Evan Neal, they're wrong. Absolutely wrong. Steelers got Trubisky. Yippee. Good for Pittsburgh. Does it matter? Who gives a shit? Are we at that point?
Fucking Chargers when they got signed J.C. Jackson.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The Chargers stacked up on their.
Yeah.
Now they got J.C. Jackson. They got Bosa. They got Khalil Mack. They got Asante Samuel Jr. and Derwin James. That's a solid defense right there.
Well, they need all that shit to go against the goddamn Chiefs twice a damn year.
Yeah, I mean, fair point.
And now you got to play the Broncos or Russell Wilson twice a year.
Yep. With guys like Jerry Jeudy and what was it, Sutton, Patrick, all of them out there.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tyler Lockett goddamn gonna get up out of that contract and end up in Denver with him. If that happens, the Broncos is for sure a lot more to the AFC chip.
I mean, they're saying that Russell Wilson's trying to recruit fucking Bobby Wagner to go to the Broncos. Broncos just signed former 49ers defensive lineman DJ Jones to a 3-year deal.
Did Von re-sign with the Rams yet?
Nah, not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Ooh, Bobby go to the Colts. It might be over. My height might be the place to be. The AFC.
Miami signed Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah,
I like that. That'd be a good backup for when Tua, need to, ride the pine, or if he get hurt,
I mean, Chandler Jones isn't picked up yet. Allen Robinson isn't picked. Oh wait, yeah, no, Allen Robinson isn't picked up yet. Tyrann Mathieu, holy shit!
Where'd he go?
Nowhere. He hasn't been signed yet. Neither is Stephon Gilmore. Well, there's probably more news and stuff like that going to happen tomorrow. This is essentially like the first day of free agency.
If Stephon come to Tampa, Lord have mercy, I'm going to lose my mother.
He's going to be a 49er.
If he come to Tampa, I'm going to lose my mother.
Gilly Lock is a 49er next year. You hear it
here. You heard a lot of people talk about the 49er. Might want to come play for B Rabbit. Everybody know his choking ability. He is good.
We need him. We got to get him on the team somehow, some way. Didn't you guys, Bucks, y'all signed Carlton Davis? 3-year, $45 million deal?
Okay. Yeah, I've been having a phone situation. My phone won't charge.
I mean,
so I've been missing a lot of updates for the past week or two.
does that pickup make you feel any type of way? Are you happy about that signing?
Yeah, no. Hey, Brain Carson back. He produced. He produced. I need him to stay healthy. That's it. He got hurt last year, and that was big.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We need him to stay healthy. That's it.
I mean, it's been a wild first day. A lot of trades, a lot of free agency, a lot of that shit has already gone down, and it's shaping up that next year is about to be something pretty insane. So we'll see how it goes. But before we move on to the next topic, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new partner. Oh yes. The people that we have been talking about for a long time now, proud to announce and honored that we are now partnered with Gunner Sports. That's right. You guys know this Leslie Jackson and Gunner Sports, the ones who bring you the Bay Area Cali Classic, as well as running the Gunner Sports Academy. People, if you want your kid to get noticed, you want some film, you want to know the best way to get to the next level, Gunner Sports is where you need to be. You need to contact Leslie Jackson. You got to find out how to possibly get your kid in the Bay Area Cali Classic off-season work. Go do the Gunner Sports Academy. It's all there, and it's all for your kid to benefit themselves. So again, happy and honored to announce that partnership. Leslie Jackson, Gunner Sports, Bay Area Cali Classic, the Gunner Sports Academy. We appreciate you guys, now part of the JAFFO family. Now I guess we get into a little bit of NBA talk. KD was on a podcast, I think it was yesterday or earlier today, and basically was trying to put an end to the debate of who is better, LeBron or Michael Jordan. Came out and said that they both had their unique ways of doing things. Obviously, different eras and stuff like that. We're never going to really see them go one on one, so it's really difficult to really compare who technically would be the greatest of all time. But given that LeBron has now become the first player and only player in NBA history to hit 30,000 points, 10,000 assists, and 10,000 rebounds, it leaves up for a debate going, who really is? I guess if you had to put it in a category, are they in categories of their own, or can we really compare who is the greatest of all time? Or does it have to be different? Like, Matt Six, your opinion. I'm sure you've seen Jordan, you've seen LeBron.
I mean,
in that discussion, what do you think?
To me, it's like two different eras, two different players. You really can't compare the two. You really can't say who's better than who. Jordan was the best of his era. Kobe was the best of his era. Now we have LeBron, who's the best, right now. So you really can't compare. Everybody, each era is different. The rules have changed. The way refs are doing stuff has changed. So it's all, so you really can't pinpoint to be like, oh, he's better than this. I mean, LeBron might be better than Jordan in certain areas. Jordan, So you really can't, to me, you really can't compare it and say who's better. I mean, I like Michael Jordan, but I wasn't like no huge, like Jordan fan. Like, for me, I just wasn't a huge Jordan fan. Just like I'm not a huge LeBron fan. Like, I like what he does, but I'm not a huge LeBron fan. To me, like, coming into the league, calling yourself the king and the GOAT, like, you better humble yourself. There's people way better than you before your time. So
I mean, he was already given. I mean, LeBron James was already given that moniker while he was in high school. ESPN and stuff was already labeling him as the chosen one and everything else like that. So that's why he already had.
Fucked up shit.
I mean, when you go and fill a high school kid's head, but the thing is, he essentially lived up to the hype, and not a lot of people can say that. There's always hype around the player. There's always hype around, oh, this guy can be the next generational athlete, or he can be, guaranteed Hall of Famer. Look, that everybody can have those predictions, but not a whole lot of players actually live up to those expectations. Yeah. And it's unfortunate that those expectations are so high that because a person doesn't meet those expectations, they will label them, either a bust or whatever happens outside of that. But LeBron was really like, they were labeling him as the chosen one. They were labeling him as the next, king of the, and he lived up to the moniker. He was one of those very few people that actually lived up to being one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Yeah, so I mean, me personally, I don't necessarily kind of like the road that he took of doing it. I don't like the journeyman aspect that he was on. Like, I don't know how many different teams that he's played for throughout his career. But the kind of like the recruiting these super teams ever since, was it three different teams, 4 different times, right? Because he went back to Cleveland. So it was Cleveland, Miami, Cleveland, and then Lakers. But I don't know, just kind of like the way he went about it was different. And then when you talk about Jordan, like you're talking about a guy who all of his championships and stuff like that, he waited a while to get those championships, but they were building the team around him. Mm-hmm. He didn't just leave Chicago. He was patient with it. And it turned into 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs. No blemish on the loss record. So when you're comparing kind of like the impact of the game, I mean, obviously LeBron has made a huge impact on the game. I think he's one of the main reasons why you see a lot of big men now looking for, instead of the scoring mentality, it's the pass first. You're seeing a lot of big men having the pass first mentality, like, Jokic and Embiid. And you're seeing these all around players that, got to see LeBron since 2003 come in and be that guy. So, and then Jordan is the reason why guys like Kobe and LeBron and anybody else even got into basketball. So it's kind of, obviously the stats of, in my opinion, obviously the stats of LeBron are great, but you look in the era of which he did that, it's kind of like damn near every little thing is a foul now. Mm-hmm. It's the defense was much rougher, in my opinion, during those times in Jordan. I'm not saying at all that LeBron couldn't be dominant in that era, but I just think like how easily that he does things now, I don't think it would have. Well, and then Jordan, if he would have played in this era, oh my God, he'd be scoring leader every fucking year.
That's because the NBA is soft right now.
That's what I'm saying. So it's kind of like, I think of, if I'm going to rank them, I put Michael Jordan, I'll put LeBron. But even LeBron, I'll put, shit. Before LeBron, I would put Kareem. And then I put LeBron after that. But like, if it's coming, all around person who, I mean, again, this is my own opinion, somebody who's played, I got to watch like the tail end of his, the late 90s run with the Bulls and everything else like that. And then when he came back with the Wizards, that, short stint, got to saw that, Michael Jordan play. But it's just at that time, I kind of have to give the mentality of, could either one of them have played in both eras? Both of them, again, could play, but it's just saying the effectiveness of which Jordan would have been in this era. He could have possibly beaten, Wilt's 100 mark in this era.
I got the chance to see Jordan in practice. So whenever they play the Kings, they would play over at Consumnes. They would practice over at Consumnes. So after school, we'd all go over to the Consumnes and watch the gym. Some BJ Armstrong and all that. We'd all go over there to the gym and watch him practice.
He just has an aura about him.
Yeah.
You see Jordan.
That's what makes him stand out. Like, okay, he won the championships with one team. Kobe won his with one team.
His 5 and everything.
LeBron, every team. I mean, different teams to win it.
And LeBron never had the patience for like a team to kind of build around him. He needed to be on a good team now to win, and that was.
Yep,
Kobe stayed with the Lakers even when they sucked.
That's not true. I was rolling this blunt, but I want you to get it all out. But that's not true at all. At all. Because LeBron was with the Cavs, 8-9 years before he went to Miami? It was like he was there for a while. He went to an NBA Finals his third year. He drug a bunch of nobodies to the NBA Finals. No disrespect, you in the NBA, but like realistically compared to everybody else, you essentially was nobody. A bunch of bench players and
he didn't have anybody in the top 100 on his team.
He had nobody over there. He went to the finals against the Spurs that had 4 players that was in the top 75. Like, come on, bro. Like, what you want him to do? What you want him to do?
I mean, but I'm just saying it was kind of that experience there in Cleveland that gave him the mentality of I don't want to be a part of a shitty program like that again. Like if I'm going to play somewhere, it's going to be like a win now mentality. We got to have the pieces and players around.
That wasn't the case. It's more the fact of a lot of players be wanting to play with LeBron, but if you're in Cleveland, they don't want to come to Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what is there to do in Cleveland?
that famous quote from Slow Kim Know It. I don't like him. Anyway,
figure it out.
Kid. But yeah, like, no, I ain't necessarily figuring out. I'm just trying to figure out. I mean, not figuring out, but like, I'm trying to understand like where you get this whole you don't want to be on this kind of bad program. I'm like,
well, because it always seems like as soon as the team show signs of decline and like things aren't going the way they're supposed to be going, he'll take off to somewhere else.
I mean, he went like when he left Cleveland the first time.
We know he's not going to finish his career as a Laker.
Yeah, but that was a fantasy thing. Like he always, like he said, he always wanted to be a Laker. He was a kid in Cleveland, watching them on TV. He always wanted to be a Laker growing up as a kid.
Oh, first he always wanted to play for his home team. Now he's always wanted to like
you grow up going to like you got to think about it. That team was great when you were a kid. They were just always in the finals. It was like you dream like, damn, I want to be in the NBA. All right. Your closest dream for him is Cleveland Cavaliers. Right? They fucking sucked even then. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you gotta.
Again, I don't deny the greatness that LeBron has brought to the game for as long as he's been in the league. It's been 19 years now, going on 20. So it's been a long career. It's been an impressive career. He's had the longest run getting to the finals, I think, next to Bill Russell. I mean, he may not have won every single time, obviously, but he's only won 4? He won 2 with Miami, won 1 with Cleveland, and 1 with Lakers, right? So he's won 4 of them, but he's lost 6 or 7. So it's like, he's been to the finals, but he hasn't necessarily won them all.
He lost 2 in Miami.
Yep.
He played against Dirk and that team, which he admitted on the shot several times that moment was too big for him.
He lost 2 against the Warriors while he was with Cleveland.
Which, again, injured Kyrie, injured Kevin Love. Like, you can't really – like, a lot of these losses, people, like, say, oh, you lost as many times. Bro, you got to remember, like, if you just think about it. The people Jordan had on his team, they get hurt while they going. You think they – like, Scotty get hurt. Boom, Scotty hurt. Like the doggone one of the starting guards get hurt.
Rodman or something like that goes down.
Yeah, Rodman get hurt. He lose 3 players while they on the run. The other team fully healthy and they clicking. What you gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna do the best you can. You're gonna do the best you can, and hopefully. And then you think about it, it's like, look who these players turned out to be. Draymond Green ended up being one of the best defensive players the NBA's seen. Which that's hard to admit, but that's the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? Steph and Clay is like Steph is the greatest shooter of all time.
Yep.
And then you got to sit here and make a case for Clay, even though he's been hurt for so long. It's like, bro, like, come on, man. Like, these are the people LeBron lost to. Like, look who he's losing to. Like, you got to give that man credit for even just, like, you are, but give him credit for getting there. But it's like people, like, condemning this man for losing to these great teams. It's like, look who he's losing to, bro. Like, Dirk Nowitzki, Hall of Famer. The Spurs, Hall of Famers. The Warriors, Hall of Famers. Like, look who LeBron losing to. It's not like he's losing to scrubs. Like,
that's true.
Granted,
that is true.
If he lost to my Miami Heat, like, my Miami Heat in comparison to the Lakers, then you condemn him. Thrash him. You know what I'm saying? Just in comparison. You know what I'm saying? Thrash him. Destroy him. But he didn't lose to the Heat. He lost to the Spurs twice. Like, he lost to the
twice,
Warriors
twice.
Yeah. He lost to Dirk Nowitzki. Like, come on, bro. Like,
that shouldn't have happened, though.
Yeah, but if he'd king, that shouldn't even matter. If he'd
true, but I mean,
it's
every king don't win. Every king don't win.
You're gonna sit there and go on national television, going like, "Yeah, I have no worries because I'm the best player in the world." You better back that shit up.
Hey, man.
There are times where he said some shit like, and it's always the time where he has those moments of hubris when shit goes wrong for him. Whenever he has the moments of being humble and things are going right now, that's when they start to win and everything's fine. But he always has those slip out moments where like ego gets a little big for his britches and lets one slip out like I'm the best player in the world. Oh, all right, you're the best player in the world. You better win. You're gonna go and start claiming shit. You better win.
I think like you look at LeBron's stats during those moments. LeBron's stats be solid.
No, I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit like Jordan never had those moments of hubris. The only difference is Jordan never lost in those moments.
But again,
that's the whole thing.
Like I was just about to say before you cut me off, the team around him, the team around LeBron, if they freeze up, now LeBron is verse 5. It's him versus 5 players, and the rest of his teammates got deer in the headlights. No disrespect to JR, but you get slip up moments like that.
Why'd you? No disrespect to JR, but you completely
that was
point him out.
Time.
You didn't have.
No, but I'm saying that was the last time LeBron went to the finals and lost. That's LeBron. That's LeBron's last finals trip and loss. Was that year when he? You know what I'm saying? Like, even though again, JR said that's what they normally do in that position. They normally would, call a timeout or do that, whatever he did. You know what I'm saying? They normally would do that in that situation. But at the same time, you have a mental lapse. You forget to ask how many timeouts you get. You forget to, you know what I'm saying? Like you forget to do things in certain moments. Or just you have mental slip-ups. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. My thing is, that man be carrying a bunch of nobodies, bro. A bunch of nobodies.
He usually does. I'll give him that. He usually does.
Because when he was with the Heat, that was the first time he actually had a old, like everybody's good, I guess, because he had D Wade and Bosh, and then he had a bunch of role players they played their role well. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
When he got back to school with Kyrie, I mean, he had the same thing essentially. That's why they went to the finals so many times.
So real quick, then we'll look at it this way. We'll make a Mount Rushmore, I guess, a top 4. Didn't we do this last week? We did a top 5. Who said? Kay, you said D Wade. Who and who and who? Who was your top 5?
I said my favorite players. My favorite 5 was Shaq, D Wade, Bron, Jordan, and Tim Duncan.
Okay, so you went by favorites. I'm saying, in your opinion, who would be your top 4 greatest players of all time?
Well,
like, I understand Shaq and all that.
I mean,
favorite players
well,
Shaq
would still be in there for the simple fact he was the most dominant player the NBA's ever seen. So you gotta respect that. When you're the most dominant, you get what I'm saying? Like you in there.
There was no stopping Shaq.
Yeah, it was during the time he was in the NBA. It was no stopping it. You just stayed in shape, like Kobe was saying.
So would he be your number 4?
He would probably be number 3. It would be probably Jordan, Bron, Shaq, and Steph.
Steph as the 4th?
Yeah, you say the best of all time. You got to think about it. Jordan, the most like the greatest winner, right?
Yeah.
LeBron, best overall player. Shaq, most dominant. Steph is the greatest shooter.
All aspects of the game. Okay. We got Matt 6. Who's your top 4?
Let's see. I'd have to go with my top 4. Definitely be Steph. I'd have to throw Kobe in there, Shaq, and see who my 4th be.
So wait, you're going Steph as your number 1?
No, I'm just saying.
Or you're just no particular order? Just
no particular order. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Steph, Shaq, Kobe.
So be one more. It'd have to be Jordan.
Last one would be I'm gonna go with Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman. You're just trying to be the guy today.
That makes sense though.
Dennis Rodman was a player as hell.
Bro, there's people in the NBA community that are going to hear that and just going to want to fucking flip a table over.
That's because they didn't know who Dennis Rodman was. They just know Dennis Rodman for Dennis Rodman. They don't know Dennis Rodman for basketball. Dennis Rodman was one of the best defensive players out there.
Yeah.
He was cold.
Dennis Rodman was by far one of the best defensive big men in the game, for sure. Would he be in my Mount Rushmore? No, but
and he married. Still, you got to put him in the top 4 for just marrying himself on Oprah. And he broke his shit banging Madonna.
Oprah went to her producers and said, "What we got today?" Oprah, you're not going to believe this. What? You know Dennis Rodman? Mm-hmm. Well, he's going to be marrying himself on your show today. Okay. Well, what is he just going to be wearing a suit and he's just going to stand there up? No. He's going to be wearing a full-on bridal outfit. Okay, let's make millions of dollars.
Wasn't that from like in Vegas during one of the 20s supposed to be playing?
Well, his Vegas was
Dennis,
his.
We gotta watch The Last Dance again, but I'm pretty sure Dennis Rodman did some wild shit during his run with the Bulls.
Yeah, they need to just have a Dennis Rodman biopic, like why he up.
Well, I'm sure there's.
Talk about his entire life. Like they need to capitalize off of this Last Dance shit. Well, they should have capitalized off it last year and just did individual stories. All of them
since that came out.
That's what I'm saying. They should have did individual stories on that whole roster. You know what I'm saying? Just drop like 12.
They can make a documentary just on the rivalry between Michael Jordan and Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
You just do a documentary just based on that. But okay, so my 4, I would do Jordan at 1, LeBron at 2, it sucks that it leaves it at 4, but I gotta go Kareem at 3. And Bill Russell at 4. That would have to be mine. because you got arguably the greatest. You got the GOAT in Jordan, all around in LeBron, best like basically point scorer of all time in Kareem with the sky hook. You can't defend the sky hook, and then you got Bill Russell with 11 championships, dominating with Boston back in the day, going up against guys like. If I could put Wilt in there, he'd be tied for 4th.
Hey, I'm pretty
I
sure
saw
LeBron
numbers that Wilt put up that I was just like, there's no, not even today's game would people be able to put up those type of numbers.
Hey, I'm pretty sure LeBron just beat Kareem in scoring, bro.
No, he did. That's why I put him at number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I put him there at number 2. But like tied for 4th, it would have to be Wilt and Bill Russell.
I'm gonna go with Tristan Thompson at 5, my 5th.
You're crazy. You're so fucking wild.
Fuck.
You said number 5 biggest busts of all time, number 5 biggest fuck ups of all time. We're talking about greatest players.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you'd have put an ER on that bus, then I would have been with you. You know what I'm saying?
Tristan Thompson, this fucking guy.
Hey, my boy Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson is a Jamaican blur. I can tell you that right now. Don't play with him. Hey. If you give him an off day, he's gonna come back with a baby.
Terrible. Fucking terrible. Oh my goodness gracious.
You best since you fucked me up with that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, I almost spit all up on my computer. I'm telling you, bro, that shit.
He almost just cut out completely because he fried his whole system.
I tell you.
Oh, that was funny. As soon as you said Tristan Thompson at 5, I'm like, what the fuck?
I feel like he waited on me
about?
to get that water drinking too. Like he's like, all right, one of these motherfuckers is gonna drink some water, some shit. And like, here I come. I'm just thirsty ass. He got me.
Had that one in the chamber, ready to let loose some fire.
I'm really feel bad for whoever I play beer pong in next. The next time I play beer pong, because I've been shooting a lot of plastic bottles and trash cans.
You have a good angle with your height. What was that?
Oh no! When we were at City, I was deadly. I was deadly. I was deadly when we were at City.
What was that? What is that, Mass? What's Mass 6 got up? Mass 6.
Looks like he has a remote in his hand.
What were you showing?
I know. I was listening. I was somebody had sent me a track real quick. I was listening.
Oh, I was like, what? What are we looking at here?
I know. She's like, if you sent for an opener, so she sent me this damn track. I didn't even know she rapped. I was like, oh, I'm like, this shit kind of dope. Her name is Alexa. She live in Roseville, but I didn't even know she like rap like that. I was like, what? She sent me like a 30-second clip. I'm like, damn.
Look at that rappers out of Roseville.
Right.
All right.
Case Vicious.
That shit kind of caught me off guard.
Now I done seen everything.
I mean, I knew it was possible, but I've never thought I'd see the thing.
Me either. That's too late. The show was already set. It's go time. It was cool. With this new show, they're gonna get to see a different element of me because my instructor is performing. So, and I know all his hooks, so I'll be singing all his hooks during the show. So that'll be a different vibe than me just DJing.
We gotta put that up on the channel.
Well, yeah.
You gotta go to the show, man.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. When is the show?
Excuse me. April 29th.
You gotta go to the show, man.
It's a Friday night.
Fuck. Friday where?
Here in Sac on the on Fulton Avenue.
I might be able to try.
I don't know why.
I might have to make that too.
Yeah, we might have
that like a little vlog thing.
And then Saturday, because then Saturday I gotta go to Lindsay. Lindsay, California. That one is an outdoor amphitheater.
Hey, on the 29th show, can you put us down as media so we can bring our cameras in?
Yeah, you can bring your cameras.
Put the podcast down as media.
Yeah, we probably. Yeah, I can talk to them. Yeah, and have them put down. Cool. Yeah.
Look at this. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm liking it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you guys already know we got things coming up very soon next week. You guys are gonna want to be with us. We've got the the San Jose State spring game on the 26th Saturday, so that's next weekend. So be on the lookout for that. Wednesday, still trying to get or actually do have the confirmation. This Wednesday at 7:30, Coach Ray Pickering is going to be with us. He is now the offensive analyst for my beloved Texas Longhorns. So you guys are going to want to be there on Wednesday. to enjoy. You're gonna have my happiness all over the place for Wednesday's episode. That is confirmed. Coach Pickering is gonna be with us on Wednesday at 7:30. So be with us on that. You guys already know you have the social medias right up there above Mad Sticks, the JAFFO's AP on Twitter, JAFFO Sports. For Instagram, for Native Rose Productions, everywhere else on YouTube and on Facebook. Once again, thank you for Rays. Thank you to Gunner Sports. And before we head out, thank you, another sponsor, another partner with us, Mountain Mike's Pizza. We had the Super Bowl watch along there at Mountain Mike's this last year, and it went perfectly. And it's something that we're going to continue. And it is now the exclusive home for the times where the Jaffos go out and have a watch along party where everybody gets to come out, have fun, have some pizza, have some beer, and get to enjoy the game. Whether it's a Sunday night, a Monday night, playoff game, Super Bowl, that's where it will be for Mountain Mike's Pizza. Shout out to Dave and his crew out over there at the 7777 Sunrise Boulevard location, where me and Kay were hanging out with the crew for Super Bowl Sunday.
Shout out to Dave. Shout out to Dave. And shout out to man, I wish I could say the first part. I think it's Taj Dollar, the artist I found out about. I ain't say your name right, bro. I apologize. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's fine, but then we're gonna have again more watch alongs and stuff like that there. So again, things are looking up. For the program, things are getting better. We will see you guys on Wednesday for the All Pro Jaffos. For myself, JP, for DJ Mad Sticks, who just fucking for some reason waving samurai knives.
These motherfuckers keep fucking with me. They want to keep up. I got something for that ass. Try me if you want to.
Hold on. I honestly, we gotta address this before we move on. You was entirely too knowledgeable with these materials that you're holding up to be upset. Right.
Motherfuckers just don't know.
We need you to woosah one time. That's what we need.
That's what I'm saying. It was just like that. No.
At every entrance of my house, there's some kind of martial arts weapon.
See what I'm saying? Now that's what I'm saying. Just calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
He's like, I'm sick of the bitch assness that has been going on.
Like me, you can almost kill somebody. I was walking yesterday. Not even brought this up. I was walking yesterday. This random ass girl, she got in an argument with her boyfriend, got out the truck, start walking, like she comes walking up from behind. Bro, passes us. I stopped paying attention. This girl goes in the bush and takes a piss. By the time we pass the bush and shit, we're talking and shit. I'm talking, normal volume and shit. You can hear me. You know what I mean? Like, you can hear people talking when you're walking, especially if you're pissing in the bush. This motherfucker decides to come out the bush, not jump out, but come out the bush like as we're passing. I had my hand on my blade about to slice this motherfucker to sashimi, brother. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey, don't just come out of the fucking. You should have waited till we passed a little bit, like gave us a little bit of distance, then come out the bush.
Y'all just gotta calm down. Magic's over there going. probably about to bring out some nunchucks pretty fucking soon. I know those are
for
there.
The next show, they in the room right now. Royal,
I was going to say, I know they're there.
Royal learning how to use it.
Oh man, this is not good. This is beautiful, but not good at the same time.
JAFFO Army, JAFFO family, we love you guys. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. All Pro JAFFOs. Deuces.
Peace.